run Carapace of N'Zoth here. Low key easy. Alright, we'll run Carapace of N'Zoth. Oh, I had that. Low key easy seems harder than it is. So let me just add something here. 15%, 40%. Okay, so the way this fight works in theory is around the sanity mechanic. So you have this bar here, and the bar drains, and you can go back to every 2 minutes you have this action bar that will basically send you to Rathian, and Rathian will clear your insanity for you. You can also get sanity things around the room. So he restores sanity players within 5 yards. And that's really about it. So you just want to watch your sanity. I believe in the last phase you can't go to Rathian again. Yeah, so you want to clear your sanity basically before P1 ends, is my understanding of the fight. That's something that will need to be confirmed on patch day, because if you see, there's no Rathian mechanics in these phases. So you have Rathian here, you don't have him here, and you don't have him here. So my understanding is that you'll basically get Rathian. Everyone wants to clear here. Now the only thing is that when he's going,
and then you
they're
can
going into
jump
P2
onto the
right now in this
tentacles.
video,
Sometimes it was a bit finicky. I got the idea.
but
They'll
he
probably
still
alter it to
can
make it
go
a
to
little bit simpler.
Rathian.
But the tentacles
So again, it's something
could
that
be
we want to
slammed, and you
confirm.
could.
And did his sanity just get restored?
Tentacle will not disappear until.
This is the same pool. Oh, okay. Someone's Rathian was there and they all cleared their sanity. So again, there might be some kind of like mechanic, like at the end of P1, Rathian spawns like that, or you can go see him in P2, etc., etc., etc. Things we'll need to confirm on patch day. So let me write this actually at the bottom so I don't forget. Confirm on patch on 21st. When can you go to Rathian to clear sanity? Is it just P1? Does he just stand there in P2 for anyone? I don't think in P3 you're allowed to do it though. So in P1, basically there's not a lot of mechanics. So the big mechanic that's going to be in every phase. Oh, well, before I move on, if you get 100% sanity, you do 100% more damage and 100% more healing, and then you become mind controlled. And you start just chain casting, interrupt or kill, basically. And the idea is like at the end of the fight, probably in Mythic, a bunch of people will be mind controlled, and they're using the 100% damage, 100% healing to beat the fight. Because in Heroic, you can damage the Carapace an extra 10%, but we'll get there. So P1 basically it's just a lot of ads. So you have this big boy ad. He's kind of the boss, like the whole fight. And this guy, his main mechanic is that he's gonna plant these seeds around people that you need to spread out with. So let me see if I can catch it in here. That guy had it over there. Okay, we are gonna catch it here. So he's gonna catch these bombs he just casted, and they see how they're running out, and then so they're running out the debuff. Then it becomes a circle, and then it explodes. So that's the main mechanic, and it's gonna be in every fight. So you get the debuff, and you have 10 seconds to move away from 12 yards of people, and you want to pre-spread with it because the circle is showing up late. He also does this adaptive membrane, which shields a target, doesn't let it be CC'd, break the shield, and not bad things happen. So He also does this. That's mythic only. My bad. If the shield's broken, it gives a little sanity back. Probably meant for tanks. He does a slam. Don't that's meant for tanks. This black scars the tank swap. So it's really just a big boy tank ad that you have something to hit the whole fight that works as the boss. So now you have the other one of the other mechanics in this fight is this covered tentacle. So basically, what's going to happen is these shadows. Well, that was actually a perfect example. These shadows are going to spawn under because the tentacles are so large that they actually don't really show in the room. So this is part of the fight here, but a shadow is going to appear right there. So this shadow appeared. Now see how notice they're spreading out the debuff and everyone's moving away from the shadow. What he's probably going to do is he's going to go to the tip because he knows that you can climb on the tentacles here and deal with the ads. So yeah, they ran to the tip and they're sending their like big boy cleave classes. Demon Hunters, Druids, Warriors are probably up here. Maybe DKs are up here. And they're just going to go up and just like obliterate all these ads. You want to kill all the growths on these because if you don't, then they explode and do damage. So you climb up, you kill them, you're off. Done. Easy. So that's that mechanic. So you watch for the shadow, you don't get hit, deal with those ads. Um, these are the small ads here. So the small ads just kind of whack you a bit and they reduce your movement speed. So just like cleave them down. It's really not a huge deal. They can gain adaptive shield, uh, but I don't think it's gonna be a big deal in heroic. Um, so you can read it. You can really just kill them off. Um, So when all of these ads appear are defeated, the tentacle reduces um his N'Zoth's total health. So you have 1 minute to kill them, and they reduce his health. So it's important. You also have the Gaze of Madness here. So these are ads that spawn, I think, in the sides of the room. I want to say, and they just start chain casting this Breed Madness, and it's like a huge dot on people. Um, I didn't see a lot of logs that were interrupting them, and the reason for that is because when you do interrupt them, and it looks like they marked them here, so that's actually really important. So let me make a note, mark locations. So, okay, there's one. So it spawns, and then they're letting this cast go. See that cast that drained? Here it goes again. Here it goes again. They did interrupt the last one. So he's saying don't interrupt because you'll reduce your sanity. We don't know what's going to happen on live. Those take priority over everything else, period. And then they're spreading with those debuffs again. They're consistent throughout the whole fight. Here comes the tentacle. This one you can see the shadow comes down. He's going to move to the tip. He's going to hop on. Yeah. I mean, and then you have your like non-classes. Like I think you can actually hit them from the bottom like this. Like this balanced dude looks like he's dotting from the bottom. Um, but anyway, that's basically P1. I mean, that's it. Is that repeat, and then you're gonna push the boss to 50%. In P2, what it's more there's a chance that you might have to go in the two groups, even though a lot of the groups in testing didn't go in the two groups. So it's gonna be a Cahoon style. You're still gonna have the big boy ad. You don't want to bring the ad over the gross. This is the big thing. We'll go over the gross in a second. Never bring the big boy ad over anything else. Um, and basically you're just AoEing. It's like an AoE fest. So, oh, there's one more thing actually. So these these tentacles could leave like growth, and you don't want to. That is small ads, by the way, that tag you and reduce your movement speed. You don't want to stand in the growths. like this. It does a ton of damage, and I actually think that it happens to them. And all this, okay. So the boss is pushing here in 1%. Okay, so right here, this growth right here that the boss is running in, like he ran in here because he probably didn't know, but this does a ton of damage. It might actually almost kill him. Yeah, it did kill someone. So you don't want to stand in that. Rathian's going to cleanse, then you run through, and then this is what I was talking about. Like, how is Rathian going to manage the buff? So like, this is what I was looking at earlier. So like, he's going to be like either someone spawn Rathian or he's going to turn around and we don't know. Anyway, he's gonna get full sanity, which is really important. And then they're all gonna go left, and they're gonna kill everything. So you have these gross, and then you have these little boys. So the you don't want to put the big boy ad on the stuff. Um, I think he's just kind of AFK at the back, like the main boss, because as you can see, everyone in the raid is here. So I think it's trying to prevent you from just like cleaving the boss down when dragging it around. Um, Unsure what the strat will be though, but in short, the growths you just damage down so you can move just like Cahoon, and then the other growths on the wall, you need to kill them all to progress the fight. So you can see that they're just like, and then there's the circles again, those should stay behind. So the main group should really stay together, and then these guys with the spreading should stay behind, but they're killing them on the side, they're giving them room, they're DPSing them down, and they're killing everything. And then they're probably going to hop to the other side. So let's see what they do here. I'm actually very curious. So here's all the gross. Come on. They have a lot of health. Okay, let's see what they do here. Okay, so that's actually really smart. So what they did, so this is what it looks like happens here. And I did not notice that. So most of them use their extra action button to actually get back, and then they're going to do the same thing on right. So they're going through right, and they'll probably just jump down. Yeah, they just jump down. And then, so in Mythic, you can't do this. You can't just DPS the boss at the end of P2. So that's P2. It's just an out of control phase. P3 is kind of a burn. So you basically, it starts at 40%. So the other thing I actually need to confirm is, can you hit the boss before P2 ends? Or do you have to clear both sides and then hit the boss? Like, we just don't know. So like, it could be you clear left, you clear right, then you hit the boss for 10%, and the boss will do all those mechanics. Or you clear left and right and P3 starts. We want to make sure the boss is 40% health, regardless. Anyway, not things for people to worry about right now. Those are very minor. In the last phase, the shield um, If it's broken, it does this fragment here, gives you a little sanity, but there's no way to actually clear your sanity, I don't think. Um, yeah, so his extra action button's actually gone. So there's no way to clear your sanity, and you'll still have the spread out circles. Um, all the tanks will have their stuff, and you get these thrashing tentacles. Um, I believe, unless I'm in error. Yeah, you get these thrashing tentacles. However, this is a mythic mechanic. Good thing I caught that. And it's actually its own mechanic. So the thrashing tentacles, let's see, since I didn't get to do this testing at all, I'm just assuming that it's going to be the same kind of mechanic as P1, where you'll see a shadow. Um, so this beam here, it's like a Mithrax style beam, Mithrax style beam. Um, that's what happened right there. So honestly, just get out of that. And there's the tentacles. Good, I found a clip. So, okay, they just did the spread out. There's all there's a bunch of ads, mass grip, infinite darkness. Okay, so yeah, it's just like P1. So that guy did not move and he died. And it looks like they're coming out really fast, so you have to be really careful about that. And they are getting ads, but I don't think there was any ads in the dungeon journal. Um, so again, that's something we might need to. Ah, okay, Insanity Bomb actually spawns them. I didn't even notice that. So the Insanity Bomb will spawn ads. Um, but yeah, you just get out of the circles, you just nuke the boss. This positioning is fine, where you're just kind of like around the boss because you don't want to clump up because you just like if a bad tentacle happens, you just die. Um, and yeah, that's really encounter. So it's a big ad phase. There's the beam, so you got to watch that. And not much going on. It's all about using the encounter and the room to your advantage and making sure you know that if ads are out, you kill ads. What do these ads do? Also making sure that you clear your insanity before you enter P3. That's really, really important. Depending on the tuning of the fight, we might not want to use. Here, I'll just type it. So we might want to delay, not use the extra action button at all, depending if Wrathfiend spawns there, or use it early, because that reset seems really important. But again, these are all things I need to follow up on the 21st. We actually won't know like what's a good strat, what's a bad strat, etc. So other than that, calling it here. There isn't much. I'm not gonna go through the myth mechanics. It's not even worth it. So that's Carapace. Cleave classes, mobility, all insanely strong here. But that's it for me. Peace out.